Create the Future NG, first to join. Welcome. Sorry, my phone is a bit far from me, so I can't see everybody's name. But thank you for joining. I'm not wearing my glasses either, so I can see David, Deborah. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Eunice, Debbie Jacobs. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Gloria. Welcome. Well, thank you so much, Creating the Future. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, welcome. Today I'm not the one talking, and I'm excited about that. Hi, Favor. Welcome. I pray that your network will favor you in Jesus' name. Amen. I'm not the one talking tonight, so I'm very excited to just sit down and receive gists too, right? But tonight we're talking about something very important. Let me pin the topic. I always forget to do that. What are we talking about? Finding and keeping love. Also correct on Android is the best. This girl has come with my news. Finding and keeping love. Also correct saying lies. Hey, our guest is here. You didn't even do big word for me. I for say I'm about to send our guest an invite. Let's just wait for him. He'll be here soon and all of that. Thank you. No be dressed on coats. I'm using a column. Finding and keeping love in entertainment. I'm trying not to bug the phone too much so it doesn't move. All right, there we go. Pinning the topic. All right, so a topic very dear to my heart, finding and keeping love in entertainment. It's something I've been thinking about for months, right? But maybe due to recent events or God just dropped it in my heart again, I felt, okay, let's talk about this. I know a couple of people in that space and people I know as friends, people I've known for a while. And yeah, so I thought, okay, let's deal with it. It's a bit of a sensitive topic. So yes, you're not going to hear us calling names or bashing anybody, but we're just going to try to get to the core. Also because boya tomorrow now you can be in entertainment or you can be married to someone in that space. Is it a peculiar terrain? Are there things to look out for? Right? So I just felt let's bring someone on board. And of course, my preference, my first go-to would always be somebody that is a believer as well. Okay, so Akah, it seems like I'm still going to have to request for you to join. So I'm going to, and I have. Hey, why are you doing all the baritone laughter? Baritone laughter for me.
Told you I beg.
Come on.
First lady.
Guys, wait, can you guys see my hair? My hair is half now. Can you guys see my full face?
I can see you. The top of your head is a bit.
And when you came and took my glory. I have to move back now. I will never share my glory with anybody.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. Guys, we are welcome. We'll make welcome. Like nice ovation. Let me see the heart.
Make welcome.
Yeah, make welcome. Yeah. The one and only content creator, host, vlogger, speaker, husband, actor, fine boy, American, singer. The profile is endless. We don't know where to stand. Come on.
Thank you. I have added a new feather. I've added a new feather to my laurels. American,
Yeah. One of those boys that used to sing and dance, something boys. Those cute boys that used to dance and sing. You don't know them.
Boys to Men?
No, now all these Instagram stars. or
Oh,
TikTok boys.
coupe boys.
Boya, you can just form your own gang because you're looking like one of them.
I'm
Yeah.
screaming.
Right. Welcome. Akah, good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't seen you physically in a while, but we'll
Yeah.
fix that too. Who is
Yeah.
saying Aki and Popo here? How far are you guys? This is Akah.
They were saying that
Yeah.
when you were looking for the boys,
Oh,
the boy group.
the coupe boys got nothing on you.
Wash.
Right. How are you, Akah? How are you doing? How's your family?
My family is good. We just put Gabby to bed, so you know. I mean, she's not sleeping yet, but yeah, we're good.
It's the caveat for me that she's on her bed, but
She's on her
she have
bed,
not closed her
babe.
eyes.
That is it. Yeah.
So do you guys just leave her till she falls asleep?
Yeah. So Claire started sleep training her from like 7 months or 4 months, right? 4 months. So yeah, 4 months. It was tough, but yeah, thank God for it. So
So
now
she doesn't sleep in your bed at all.
at all. From 4 months, my wife was like, nope, nope, nope. And I was like, no. But she was like, if you do this, we will suffer for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. It's a tough decision, but it has to be done. Otherwise, they'll be in your bed till they are 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But thank you
Okay,
for
so we're going
having
to
me. I'm
get.
excited to be here. And I'm
Okay.
excited that I'm here with you, my sister, my
Thank
first
you.
lady.
Uh,
Hey, first lady.
I bet she's just. Okay. Right. Okay. People are hailing Claire now. I have a feeling that Claire will showcase in this live before we finish.
She's not gonna
Yes.
showcase.
Yes. Right.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go right into, well, not right into it, but let's give a bit of background and history and everything. You know, funny enough, I was thinking today as I was carrying light up the stairs that when did I actually really meet Akah for the first time?
Wow.
And I can't really remember, but it must have been like what 2009, 10 or later, 11.
2011. 2011. 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So brief background. Akah is like, I don't know if I say like my brother's best friend. You should sort out yourselves. My brother's best friend, and that's how I know Akah, right? And I think when I met you, I think you are one of those people that you have to try to not like. Like if anybody
Really?
doesn't like you, Akah, yeah, if anybody doesn't like you, they have to really try. Like you know that you're forcing yourself. That you're just looking for beef. But no,
I've
I'm
never
serious.
before.
Yeah, they're just
And
looking
they've
for
taken light.
they seize your life.
They've seized it.
Okay, but we
Hey.
can hear you. But we
Yeah.
need this your smile. We need your face. So what's kicking in? Is something going to kick in soon?
Huh?
Is a power source going to kick in soon? Should we hold up for a bit?
Yes, so it's going to kick in. Just hold on for a bit. This Nigeria, I wasn't going through this in US, I mean.
You know, that was where I wasn't going to start from. That you are back to us.
Wasn't going through this in my home in my home country, the US.
In your
This
home
is I get to
country.
visit you in Africa.
And now, see what's happening. Actually, you were gone for a minute, so I was a bit concerned.
To be honest, man, America was a vibe. If it were not for my family, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just last week I started feeling sick. Like I was just like, oh my God, I want to come back home. Like I miss my family. But if my family were there, I don't think I would
Yeah.
have felt like out of I mean I missed swallowing pounded yam like every other day, but because sometimes I'm just like, where's the pepper? Can they bring swallow? And they're like African food is a luxury. Like it's you have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like an everyday thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've gotten it's a shame, but I'm accustomed to African food.
No, it's fine. It's fine, please. It's fine. So you are an African inside, but the outside you're all American boy.
Outside I'm American, outside I'm a, but inside me, I'm a
Yeah,
complete Niger
I
boy.
know this. I know this all too well. Right. Okay. So I mean, I liked you. I didn't have issues. So some people my brother has as friends. I'm like, this one 2 weeks, don't come out. Don't
Mm,
worry. This one just
I'm
no. This
screaming.
one not really a friend. This one not really a friend. I know my brother. My brother is a very people person. He loves everybody. He's always having new
Extremely, yeah.
friends. Today is Tunji. Next 2 weeks is Abidemi. Ah, this is my guy. This is my buro. Like that's great. That's really good. But Akah is a friend. And I like that you've extended the friendship from my brother to me, to my husband, to my children. And it's just beautiful. And I think you're one of the funniest people I know. Good evening,
Wow.
everybody. My phone is too far away for me to see, but good evening, everybody. You're one of the funniest people I know. And I believe a lot of people know that about you now. But I don't know that a lot of people know you can sing. And for me, it's still a point of personal pain that a lot of people don't know you can sing. How many people know Akah can sing?
Oh,
Akah, you can
Jesus.
sing, you can imitate, and you are really funny. Those three things endear me to you a lot.
Wow.
And how you can be really funny and so spiritual at the same time. Initially, when you started getting very spiritual, you've always been. But when I started talking to you on that level, I wasn't like, is this boy joking or is this serious? But alas, you are serious, right? So have you stopped singing in the entire? I say he can dance. So I don't know about that one. They say you can dance. Can
That
you dance?
dance is, how you go to party and then you're on your seat. You're just doing like this. They will just say, this boy, they move.
Everybody like, hey, hey,
Hey.
hey. You see, you're like, hey, hey. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, do you sing? Do you sing at all apart from in your personal space?
Ah, do I sing? I don't sing anymore. I don't like, take it like seriously. Like it's not like on a professional level. I mean, everybody thought Aka was going to be a professional singer. And to be honest, till this very day, is one of the pain points that Frenzy has with me. Frenzy's like, in this life, you didn't sing, and I don't know what happened. I guess it was fear, and then time passed, it became quote unquote late, and then other
Mm,
interests came. I succeeded in
sing.
other interests, and so it now became like, I cannot be now struggling in this or that one now. It has been too much time don't pass.
Mm.
And they just
Yeah, but don't you think, as in, one would assume that because you now have a bigger platform influence and all, you can just chuck it inside and it will fly easier. Not
uh,
really. No.
I think also because I've seen so many examples. One of the things that scared me the most that time was basically like so many people tried that I knew and I knew were talented got into music, but they fell by the wayside. It didn't work out. And in this life, I'm not built for suffrage. And if you remember that time when we had just come out of school, there was no YouTube per se, there was no Apple Music. So the gatekeepers of music were actually
Like
OAPs
gatekeepers.
and producers. So you had to be a studio rat, always being at the radio station begging OAP to play your music. I was like, I'm not cut out for this, please. No, no, no. So I mean that's what contributed to it. So now when I see, okay, can I do this? I don't think a lot of people have success, especially actors who try to
Mm,
transition to music on a global scale, not even just Nigerian.
mm,
It really doesn't work out.
true.
It's not so forgiving.
True.
Unlike musicians who transit into acting, it's easier.
Acting.
But from acting to
Right.
music, it's not easy. It's
Mm,
not easy. So I'm just like, let
respect.
me take a chill pill. I want to get to a space where I can then do it on my own terms, not for profit or for, making a name, but for like as a hobby
Mm,
or as a ministry, basically.
mm, right. Okay, we're really praying that you get to that place as quickly as possible, or just be giving us some sound bites on TikTok. Just be releasing like some small 30 seconds vibes just for us who are thirsty for your voice. And
I
before we
will.
finish this live, just know that you are going to sing something for us for my sake. Yes, yes,
is that thing
please,
you to
please.
do it?
Yes, please, please. You know, I'm behaving like a pastor now. When they invite a speaker to speak, and the pastor has finished speaking, the man of God now comes say, "Thank you so much, church. Do we love him? We love him. Church, do you want him to come back?"
I
Church will now say, "Yes, we want him to come back." And I say, "You see, the people want you back, sir." So now tie the man hand like this.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. They say spirituality oozes out of your body, Akah. You can't hold a full conversation without including God or grace. And that's absolutely amazing. See your testimony outside. Right. Okay. So let's begin to get into something. Speaking of spirituality, I'll say it later. One of the things she said to me that has never left my mind. So I try not to do dairy milk at all. 80 to 90% of the time, I drink soy milk now. And I remember the first person that introduced me to soy milk was actually Akah many years ago. And do you know what you called it? Do you remember what you called it?
What did I? Oh, an angel's breast milk. I'm screaming.
What describes anything like that? What is angel's breast milk? And so I kid you not, every single time I pour my soy milk in, I'm drinking angel's breast milk. I'm like, even God is like, what are we going to do with you?
Right. Oh my God. Okay. I can't believe this. This was so long ago.
I can't believe it either. Yeah, and I remember so clearly. I remember the brand, the bottle, where we were. I remember everything. Anyways,
oh my God.
So let's start.
Yeah.
So you used to sing before. What else did you used to do before you got into acting? Were you doing stuff knowing that acting was down the line, or did it happen by mistake, by chance, by people telling you were talented, or by revelation? Or what was your life like before now?
To be honest, before acting, I wasn't acting. I didn't even dream that I would be an actor. Like, I just felt like, oh, it will be there, like somehow. Okay, so when I was young, like, I always saw, like, you know how every Saturday or Sunday by 6 p.m. or so, or 7 p.m., Oprah Winfrey Show will come up on, you know, AIT or something. And, you know, that was my window into seeing world-class talk show. And I fell in love with Oprah Winfrey. I just wanted to be her. And I knew that I was encapsulated, and every time I saw her like have conversations with people, I was raptured into that world, into that power she had, of how she brought people into the truth and brought truth out of people, and they bared their souls. And I was like, how is she doing it? And it was a skill that I really, really, really fell in love with and I wanted. You know, and I mean, down the line, following her career, she also acted in, you know, a few movies. And so I was like, if Oprah Winfrey can do it, I can do it. You know, so that was basically it in my head, like, oh, I know I can act. But the only thing I actually developed from like a young age was my singing. From primary school, secondary school, university, that was the only thing I really gave my all into sharpening, which was singing. And then I just decided one day I'm not going to do it. I think it was an act of rebellion. I just decided that I'm not going to do it. And till this day, I'm not even going to lie, it pained me. It pained me that I just did what I did, because it set me back. Because I didn't actually sing for like 3 years, and I just lost confidence in my voice. I'm not even going to lie, and in my ability to do it. But before that, life was just singing, and then I resigned from my job. I went into a day job. I was doing customer service for MTN, and so, you know, I decided to, long story short, you know, resign, go into entertainment. I stayed home. There was that entertainment. It's not as if there was entertainment job. I decided to just be waiting for opportunity. I've been looking for opportunity. And then one day I decided to call my friend, and she's like, oh, come over. Like, you know, my company is having, like, my TV station is having, like, you know, an audition. So I went. I did the audition. It was horrible, told you, like, horrible. Like, it was bad. It was the worst thing ever.
Was this to you, or did they tell you this?
Oh no, 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 no. I knew and they told me. Both, my dear,
That's a
both.
double witness.
A double witness. It was sad. I saw my friend's face in shock. Like, what's happening? Is this the Akah? No, like everything was just horrible. In fact, I knew before I even went for my interview, I knew the person that would get the job, and he got the job. You know, but I think a month later, I got called back. So they saw that I had raw talent, but I hadn't sharpened it. But they chose somebody else who had like better skill and everything, but he had a bad attitude. And so he lost his job. And so they now decided to give more time into training me to become, you know. And so that's the journey from that place. I started
Wow.
training. I started like, you know,
Wow.
having like after, because I had to go, it was a live show, it wasn't like recorded. So I had to do after after the show classes, worked with the my
Wow.
producer. I'll never forget, you know. So yeah, those things then built up my confidence, made me very comfortable in front of the camera. And then one day I saw an audition call for Africa Magic. They had just wanted to start Africa Magic original films. And so I said, should I go? Should I not go? Hey, will I do this thing? Will I not do? And I remember one day, I think it was Eric. Yeah, I think we were in an Uber. Not, he wasn't driving. We were in an Uber. And you know Rick Hassani now. So Rick,
Yeah.
I was telling Rick, and I was telling Rick that, yo, man, these people call for audition. I don't know if I will go. He said, what do you mean? I said, I don't know if I will go. I don't know if I'll do well. I said, Akah, if they don't call you, if they no choose you, who they go
Make my
choose?
heart bang. Make my neck bang. Hey.
If they don't choose you, who they go choose? I beg. He said, Akah, you will do it. You can do it. You will. So I did go for the
Wow.
audition. And long story short, I got in and I got the gig, and that started, you know, the beginning of my acting career in 2014. Yeah, late
Wow.
2014,
What was this? What
15.
was this? What was this one?
It was called Redemption. It was a TV film by Africa Magic Original Films, which has gone defunct now.
Right.
But yeah, they evolved to other things. But but to be honest, I could not stand that film when I actually eventually saw it. I haven't been able to watch past the first 10 minutes. It was horrible. My acting was horrible. I looked horrible. Ah, my
Wait. This horrible, 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 horrible. You are saying, who is saying man of God? You guys just messed Akah. Someone is calling man of God. I hope you're not calling it as his first film. Oh. But wait, this
no.
horrible, horrible. You are saying. Do you think it's because it was a new space for you? Because when you say something like I wasn't confident, I can't relate with that when it comes to you. Like you and confidence, fine, everybody has their moments, but you and confidence, as when someone does not even know, it's like they can think you are forward. You are confident, you are brother and sister, right? So do you think because it was in a terrain you weren't sure about, or because you hadn't developed skills, or a combination of both?
I think it was a combination of both, but more because most times especially with my acting, I'm a critic. Like I can see my flaws. When I see some of my performance, I can see the flaws. The only two movies I've ever done in my life that I've seen, I haven't seen all my movies, and I hardly. But the only two that I've seen out of all the ones that I've done, and I actually said, how can you try? Was the first one, Banana Island Ghost, which was my first feature film ever. I mean, I've done a lot of TV films and all of that, but feature film was
Yeah.
Banana Island Ghost, and I watched it and I didn't see myself in Sergeant. Like I didn't see Akah. I forgot I was watching me.
Yes,
I enjoyed
you were
him
very in
so
character in that
much.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then Man of God. I remember at the cinema, no, when we were premiering, my wife was sitting beside me, and there was one scene like this, and I just said I just said, I did after beg.
Right. I hear you. You've actually evolved. I mean, for me, even watching you from at your chair up till now, I'm like, wow, you've really, really come a long way. And I mean, well done. So tell me
Thank you.
about the time between when you quit and when you started acting. What did people think? I remember a couple of people in our media space at that point, like, what is this guy doing? You don't have plan yet. I don't want to go into details. I'm going to leave those personal stories to you, but I remember some of those conversations.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I cannot think you forget. You did so celebrating Omo
Oh,
Ghetto
thank you.
was too good. It was too good. I don't keep facing. I don't keep facing. No, that
Oh
was
my
too good.
God.
Thank you, Poetic Empress. I'm sorry if I didn't get your name right. That was really, 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 really good. Omo Ghetto was really, really good.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
So I remember people thinking, what are you doing? Even if you want to go into acting, it was either straight up guy acting all the way from customer service to acting. Like,
Look, let me even tell you, no, I did TV hosting for a while. If you've forgotten, E-Splash, Entertainment Splash on TVC, I did that.
yeah, but
And
did you do Entertainment Splash before MTN?
no, it was after MTN. So that
Yeah,
was my
now.
friend's, the friend's thing that I went for six
Yes,
months
I
later.
know now. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, after quitting MTN and saying you wanted to go into entertainment, it's like,
But I didn't
what's
know
the
what's
relationship? What are you
fair.
doing?
And I didn't know what's fair. So I was one of those people who
So how did you
was
deal?
like,
What was people's reaction, and how did you deal with it?
it was crazy because at the end of the day, most of the time why I was in the corporate industry was because I didn't feel like I was good enough, or it was the right time. And my excuse was I'm waiting for the right time, but it was a lie. It was just no confidence in myself and
Wow,
in my ability and
wow.
what I could do. And everybody else could see it except me. And so the reason why I actually left was because I just figured out that every other person cannot be mad. I'm the one that should be mad in this situation because everybody else cannot be the mad person. I'm the only one, the only constant in this negative side. Every other person is saying, Akah, what the hell are you doing? As soon as I decide to leave, a lot of people say, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, wait. I thought I was meant to like chase after my dreams, but they're like, um. And I knew before I took that step that I have to face the consequences.
Mm,
And the truth is, I'm not happy in this
mm,
job. I'm not going. Not that I wasn't good at it, but
mm,
I didn't have a future here.
mm.
And so
Yeah.
it was like me being in this job and me not doing anything with my life is the same. I saw it as the two
Mm.
of them are the same. So I had nothing to lose
To
if I
lose
was
by
just in a
leaving
rat
it.
race. Yeah, I was just in a rat race if I was still in that job. And so the very few people who gave me support, James Omokwe, my friend, your brother, Chef Freggs, few people were like, see, Freggs, too. When I told Freggs I'm leaving my job, Freggs said, Akah, don't worry, we move. And I remember at the time we did everything together. We went everywhere. I moved to your house. He was literally feeding me. I became his assistant. I was forming and learning stuff about food because I didn't know what
Friends
to
are
do
for
for.
say, come
Look,
on.
Freg's Apote, you remember? I was the maitre d'. We went, um, I had support. But I remember when I then said, you know what? I got the job. I moved, got on my own and everything. But after a year, it was 2015 when I said I want to be an actor. It was crazy
Mm.
because Fregzy, I think, Fregzy, Fregzy had already built like, see, Akaya, you need to enter this music. He was one that pushed me into Glow X Factor. He dragged me there. And so he really
Mm.
wanted me to do this music. But when I said I wanted to be an actor, he was so angry. I will never forget. Fregzy was just like, you cannot act.
I know my brother has no filters, zero filters. He don't used to know, he don't say it. Oh God, just crush the spirit.
He was so pissed off. He was like, "You're making a mistake." Like, and so it nearly crushed me because I was just like, "What?" Like my support systems. Like this is one of my very, very, strong support system.
Mm.
My very close friend, and he was like, "Nope, I don't think you can do this. Nope, what do you think acting is about? Nope." But I was like, you know what, I'm
Mm.
gonna do this, and thankfully, I didn't count it against him or anything. I just knew that he was also
Yeah,
acting out of love and fear. But
yeah,
a couple of people I had remember telling my parents that I'm leaving the corporate world. I want to get into entertainment. He said, let it not be that when my siblings were telling me they want to chase their own dreams, I fought them. They counted it against me that I don't want them to chase their dream. Let it not be that I'm doing the same thing to you. You know, he was so basically he just said, you know what, he's praying for me. My mom said she was praying for me and everything. And thankfully, man, like, you know, it's just been, you know, uphill from there. It's been up
From
from there.
there. Wow. Amazing. Okay, so let's bring your girlfriend, then now wife, into the picture in terms of, I mean, I don't want to go into too much of the story myself, but I remember those down times, if you will, between when you resigned. There's so many images in my head. When you resigned and when everything started kicking off. We will eat, we will gist, we will watch late night movie, we will just faff around. Akah will say, I'm coming back home late, come and open the door for me, I beg. I'm like, I'm sleeping. Why are you coming home late? I'll come and open the door for you, and all of that. And so many nights, I remember the chair you will sit on and be speaking to Eniola. Every night is Eniola. You will sit down on that chair, cross your leg. Go into that corner, cross your leg. I said, these dark corners of the night, every night talking to Eniola. Who is Eniola? This distance relationship people are doing, is it going to work? What do you know? Are you ready for a relationship as you are, so Akah?
Oh my
Is she ready?
god.
Don't go and deceive Omolomo. Are you, as in, but you were steadfast. Say, is this girl that you die on top? I said, Whoemi is your friend. I said, Whoemi said that, yes, Whoemi is your friend. That Akah said, this is where he's dying. This is the last bus stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I think at the time, maybe Eniola was, I don't know, 22 or something, or even younger. And here you are in between jobs, pre-employed, as we like to call it, my place of worship. Yeah, not jobless, we are pre-employed. And I'm like, okay, how's it going to work out? What are you going to tell her parents? What are you even telling her that she's buying? It's either she doesn't know what she's doing, or you're really selling her a vision that is buyable. So what did she think about this? And then, I mean, I know she's an artist as well. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, artists going to be actor. How is this going to
How
really
is
work
it
out?
going to work?
Yes, in Lagos, not in Amrix, not in Paris, in Lagos. So what were you telling her? What did she buy? What did you
Wow.
sell?
To be honest, I cannot remember what I told her that held her down. I think she was to throw a pillow at me. The truth is, when you're dating and when you are young, man, and you
You
know,
know
you
the
street
same thing.
smart, you get
Your
game.
mind go down the rush like that.
If you don't get game, you don't get game. If you get game, you go enter. Period. No,
After you're
but
not serious. Okay, so what? Okay, continue.
but I think,
What did she think about you acting and all of that?
yeah, I think that first of all, we really liked each other. I think that that was very important. We really cared about each other. We really liked each other, and it wasn't even about like, oh, um, infatuation. We first started as friends. We were first friends. We really cared about each other as big friends. We enjoyed each other's company and talking to each other. I think for me, um, somehow I knew that I was going to be going into the entertainment industry. I knew I was going to give my all and be great. And I knew that I had to find the one now. And for me, I also was maybe some factor played into making sure that I saw a good woman and I kept her. And I gave my all into also, you know, her keeping me or choosing me. Because I've seen how many people make a lot of mistakes and they see a good woman, flawed as she may be, or a good man, flawed as he may be, and cast it out to the swine. You know, I thought about the fundamentals, the basics. What are the basics? What are the fundamentals of a good person, of a good woman? And she had them, and I was like, free all this or that. We will, all those ones we go work on, we go build and we go, you know, work on it. But you know, those fundamentals were very important for me, and I saw that, so I began to work on it. And I just chose her. And the truth is, to be honest, she wasn't really a fan of my entertainment lifestyle. She really did it. She was not a fan. She didn't come from a background that even liked it. She didn't like it. She always wanted a man who was, in the corporate industry, suit tie, and all of that put together. And she actually saw my pictures on Instagram, and that was what sold me to her. She thought that, oh, this boy. She saw me wearing suit tie trouser, buttoned up to my neck. So in a big, she was like, oh, this guy, he has his life together. He's not nice. She didn't even know that. And she actually thought I was tall, not knowing
But you
that
are tall. You're
I'm
really
okay.
tall. It's just because she's tall as well.
She's tall as well, but she thought I was taller.
Talk to me again now.
My dear, taller that when she wants to kiss, she would tiptoe. That's what she wants. So, I mean, there were a lot of things, but I think getting to know each other, we now realize that, okay, this is the real thing. And we began to work on our relationship, and I think that.
Do you remember the time when I came to your house and asked you to show me your 3-year goal?
Oh wow, okay. She just reminded me of something now. So I remember when we were
Summer 2014.
when that was okay when we just newly met. Oh yeah, she just reminded me of something now that actually sealed it for her. So when we met, like a couple of months later, she was like, "Do you have any goals, plans, or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So she came to my house and they asked me for it. So I had this cardboard where I had drawn a literal diagram, organogram of my plan, my 10-year plan, my life goals, and how I'm going to grow and be. And she looked at everything. I explained everything to her, and she was just like, okay. I think that was a deciding factor. She saw the potential in me and saw that this guy knew what he was doing and knew where he wanted to go to in life and had something figured out in his mind. It wasn't just, somebody who was just, at the time, she was meeting a lot of guys who were just like, living life and just, moving. But she saw something, I guess. So I think that endeared her.
So I think you pretty much told us what you sold that she bought, really. You might not have known at the time specifically, but now that you tell the story, I can see you saw a good woman and you chased her. You went after her. You made it clear that this was what you wanted to do. And then you had a vision, you had a goal. Women want to know that this man is going somewhere. I can follow him somewhere. Women want that security. And you had that.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome.
I guess.
Okay, let's now begin to get into the meat of the matter. So you guys are a celebrity couple, right? And more so, maybe you are in the public eye more. So celebrity marriages, especially maybe over the last 10 years, our generation, maybe a little bit of generation before us, it seems like there are marriages, tabloids, Bella Ninja, beautiful pictures, nice honeymoons, and even we dey happy. We are inside the marriage. We've seen them on TV and now we see them together. Oh my God, they make such a wonderful couple. We're genuinely happy, having no second thoughts that something can happen. And then a year down the line, 2 years down the line, we are seeing different stories. We are seeing it wasn't her, it wasn't me. We just decided to go our separate ways. We are seeing, quotable quotes and all of that. So do you think this is real? Is this really happening? Or is it just because they're celebrities, we are seeing it more? Or do you think that there's actually something going on in that space?
Mado. The question is do I think that... Sorry? Because it's tough. I must
Wait, okay, yeah. Let me ask one first. So do you think celebrity marriages breaking up, do you think it's really a thing, something is happening, that marriages are breaking up really in the entertainment space? Or do you think it's just because they are in the public eye that we are seeing it more often and it's happening to so many other people? Or do you think it's both? That yes, it's happening to other people, but there's something happening here? Or do you think now there's nothing?
I think it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. You go see girl, we just marry on top your streets. We just marry. Next year you go see him, she know they wear ring again. How is your husband? We are not together anymore. And It has happened to me twice. Friends, people
Okay,
how
sorry,
is
paraphrase what you just said just now. You said it has happened to me twice. What
no,
has
like
happened to
I've
you
seen
twice?
people that I know married and I was happy for
Right.
them. They were happy.
Mm-hmm.
We all were in the marriage together. And the next thing, how far you so now it's if I'm afraid to ask people how is your see your because I don't want to hear bad news. And also it sometimes some people take it like an insult or like feel like oh like so it's
Mm.
a weird conversation too when they have to be like oh we're not.
Oh, okay, guys. Is this my network? Okay. Okay,
No,
you're back.
it's MTN. MTN sent me a message. So, those are the things that I think that is happening everywhere. Um, but when it happens in the entertainment space, it is happening. When it happens in the entertainment space, it's
Mm-hmm.
more amplified because everybody.
Mm. Okay. MTN has sent for another message.
Sorry, everybody
Fine.
hears.
We-
Oh God,
I think you're
can you
back.
see me? Can you, is it
Yep.
clear? Is it clear? I'm using Wi-Fi now. Is it clear?
Yeah, it is clear. Yeah, I was going to be my husband and say it's as clear your wife, even if you're not having echo. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so that's basically what it's been. I think being in
Yeah.
the entertainment space, let me increase the lights to see. So being in the entertainment space makes it even like amplified. So when it happens, it just everybody hears it and then like it becomes a big thing. However, I know that there is something more to it. I know that there is something more to it. There is an attack on marriages, period. Whether you are in the entertainment space, you are in the finance space, you are in the agricultural space, whether you are in church space, because it's not just unbelievers that are breaking up. Most of the people that are even in the entertainment industry, most of them are unbelievers. But what I'm now saying is that even in the church, celebrity or no celebrity, people they break up, marriages are breaking down, and it is like
Absolutely.
it's before if it were like 1 in 10, it's now like 6 in 10, 5 in 10. It's mad. So I think it's something that it's now become a culture. First, it was
Mm.
baby mama culture. Now it's just this easy. I mean, it's if it
Yeah.
doesn't work out, if it's not something I want, if it's not something I like, I just leave. There's an option.
Mm.
There's plan A, plan B, plan C. So yeah, I think it's just culture now.
Right. I hear you touched on something that I hope I remember to come to when you say it's like culture now, and it's even something that you can't really talk about. So it's something like LGBTQ now. You can't even when you're trying to have a conversation, to even try to know and understand, people think you're attacking,
Yeah,
people think you are condemning.
yeah,
It's just so touchy and sensitive now. With this thing about I mean, why shouldn't I ask you how's your husband? How's your wife? And if something has happened, I don't know if it's because people have been stigmatized or they themselves are ashamed of it. And so they don't want to talk about it. So they use gra gra to cover it up. And I'm so worried because it seems to just be going on and on. You know how it is maybe when, like little children, when they do something, you spank them, spank them. Your grandma or your mom will now tell you, if you keep spanking this child, after some time they will not fear
yeah,
you
yeah,
again. They will say nothing. Mommy is just going to beat me. They will become very resistant to it. So in their mind, they're still going to do what they're going to do. Mommy will just
yeah,
beat me. I
yeah.
feel like the society is really becoming like that, where okay, we'll marry if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, it's okay.
If it doesn't work, that's the mentality that they have before marriage.
Hmm.
That is the
Yeah,
danger. Before marriage. They're like, if it doesn't work out, it's fine. So there's already an option, there's already a way out. So when you have
yeah.
a way out, like when you think of a way out, when you have a way out, you will use the way out. When
You
you
will take
think
it.
the
You
way
will
out
go
is,
out.
you will
Yeah.
take it. Before I married, me
Mm.
and my wife were just like, see, is we enter, we is a
You
diamond.
literally died here, Waka.
We
You
die here.
died here. This
As in,
one,
I
if
was
we
one of
can
those
say it.
people, even though like this is wrong, this is crazy, but I was one of those people that were like, if at the end of the day my wife deceived me rich, I come marry, I now realize that she's the devil, I will not divorce. But you see, she will die. I will pray, God will take her life. Then I'm free to marry again. But to leave,
Hmm.
we both decided like, look, and I think it was also even from our relationship, because to be honest, like we are 8 years in relationship and 3 years in marriage.
Hmm.
In our relationship, we were committed to trying again and again. I think our watchword, our core value was called commitment. We were not good in communication because I'm a horrible communicator, but we were good at until this thing work out, until we understand it,
Hmm.
until it makes sense. We are not living it. We will cry, shout, fight, die there, bleed, split wrist, but we are there. Walk out, leave for 2 days, come back. Like we were just like, it's in or in. There's no out.
Hmm.
So I think
Hmm.
that that's what really helped us. Commitment has been our major core value. Like there's no out, and I think
I
that
love
that's
it.
really helped. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so let's begin to talk about. So, what do you think? Fine, like we've said that it's happening everywhere, and I mean, even in my work, I can see that it's happening everywhere because I'm not yet counseling celebrities the way I want to. So it's not just about celebrities. Normal people, quote and unquote, have these issues as well. But we are here because of the entertainment industry. So, what do you think are some of the issues? Because I mean, I got a DM 2 days ago that I'm not even opened. I've read it, but I haven't opened it because I'm like, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo Day, Pastor Mildred Day, Secret Place Wife is here, Tojolo Atoimbo is here for you, and so many others. And somebody still asking this manner of question. Like, I feel like, where is it like we are saying if people are not hearing, or people don't believe us, or it's hard, or there's just so much work to be done? What do you think are some of the fundamental issues, especially in the entertainment space? Are we dealing with pressure? Are we just dealing with lack of understanding fundamentals? Are we dealing with rushing into early? Are we dealing with temptation? Because I know that's also a big deal in your space. Are we dealing with cheating spouses? What are the issues? What are some of these things? Because, like I wrote in one of my posts, some people here are going to marry people in entertainment. Some people here are already in entertainment. Do we need to take extra caution? Are there things that we need to prepare better for this specific space? Because, in as much as it's happening everywhere, there are some. To be a lawyer, it takes something different from what it takes to be a doctor. They are both careers. They are both job roles, but what it takes is different. To marry a pastor, there are some fundamental marital things you need to know, but there are also specific things you need to know.
Right.
So I feel like while there are some fundamentals as well in an entertainment marriage, I think there are also some specifics that we need to bulletproof ourselves from
That's
and
right.
also prepare for. As
That's
also tell us some fundamentals and some specifics.
that's such a good question. Oh, um, so there are three questions you've asked. What are the issues, reasons why celebrity entertainment marriages are failing? What do you think are some of the issues? And then some,
The
fundamentals,
fundamentals
and
and then
then
the
also
specifics. Yeah.
specifics. Mario.
Mhm.
So first off, I think that a major issue with celebrity marriages not being able to work is basically greed and self.
Hmm.
I think that there is this over saturation of there's this need to impress, and this oversaturation of bloated egos and selves, where people
Hmm.
want to flex, floss, and look bigger than life and look bigger than who they really are. Fake life will lead to greed. Greed will lead to cheating or sleeping with somebody for money. It will lead to
Hmm.
distrust. It will lead to heartbreak. It will lead to unrepentance. And because most of the time I know that it's not just once or twice, but by the time your partner is saying something once, twice, third time, it will lead to one issue after another. Distrust comes in. And then, spiritual core. If there's no spiritual core, if there's, it just degrades into a lot of things. I also think that one major thing is also a lot of celebrities don't want the accountability of having to be under someone, listen to someone. It's hard, even as a normal human being, to go and listen to one auntie or uncle. What do you know? Who do you know? Do you know my pain? Do you know what I've been through? Do you know where I'm coming from? Do you know my background? Do you know what I've had to come through to get to where I am? And you're telling me so and so. Who are you? Talk less of now a celebrity. Now guys, listen to who? Maybe this person cannot even really speak English. They will now be telling me how to run my life or my marriage. Please, dears, I'm not here for days. So I think that that's a really huge issue. People don't want to be accountable anymore. People put sales before anything. I think the biggest issue with our generation is self. I, me. Feelings. It is a huge issue. We are living in a hypersensitive generation now, in a hypersensitive time. Every little thing affects people's mental health and people's, identity and people's, self-esteem. It's crazy. And I think that sometimes people need to take a step back and remove themselves and try to be more sacrificing, to know that they get into marriage is not for themselves but for the other person. I think that will help a lot. I'm not saying that we're all perfect, but these are some of the things that have helped me. Sometimes when I'm moving, I'm just like, I just remember that it's not about you. My ego has to come down. Also think that Christ being the center of a marriage is the only thing that can save a marriage now in Nigeria. Because number one, everything is rigged to fail, make that marriage fail. Everything. From the situation in life, from work to finances and economics to hardship in life, to men outside there throwing money at you, to women coming at you with everything they have, to everything, you need Christ. So those are some of the things that I feel like are some of the major issues. Also, examples. So there aren't enough examples of marriages that are working in the entertainment space. It's easier to see.
Like you just said my mind. To be very honest, and I mean, I know every marriage has their issues, but if I'm looking for celebrity marriages that have lasted, if I can't Auntie Joke and Okolu finish,
That's
I can't
all.
really.
How many? Yeah. So that's a major issue, and I think that that's one of the reasons why God called myself and Claire into doing Akah and Claire. There's just not enough examples in the entertainment space that people can look. To be honest, I looked at Onu Jacobs and Joke Silva when I said my marriage can stand. I looked at them, I said, if it's working for them, if they've worked, they've stayed this long, it can happen for me. Because it was a thing of fear, and it was a thing of fear for even my in-laws. But when my mother-in-law remembered Joke Silva, and she said, it gave her encouragement. So I feel like, we need more people showing that it can work in our industry. Also now, the fundamentals of marriage, I'm going to reiterate some of the things that, I've said before. Number one, commitment. You have to be committed to this thing and know that marriage is a life of serving the other person. It's not about you every time and me. It's about you showing Christ and love to that other person and serving. And the more we remember that, the more we pray to God. We should pray to God to help us remember it every time, because it's not easy, it's painful, but that's what marriage really is. It's not about, I love and this person doesn't love me back. If you enter marriage where somebody doesn't love you back, my dear, the purpose is not for that person to love you back, it's for you to love that person and outlove that person. That's what it's meant to be. I think that removing selfishness is a huge issue, so fundamental.
Sorry, hold up. Sorry, my husband is on the live. Can we celebrate the love of my life? Help me to clap for P-Dams.
P-Dams. I celebrate. So yeah.
All right, now you can continue.
Okay, so I think that also I forgot what I was saying. Fundamentals. Communication is a major, people need to learn to communicate. Also told you there's something that I feel like, okay,
Okay, have we lost him or is it me? I think it's him. We'll be back. Is it me or is it Akah? Okay. We can't hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. No. No. You might need to log out and come back in. All right. Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So I think
Communicator.
that communication is very key. People need to learn how to communicate the right tone, the right way, the right time, the right mood. And the truth is, at the end of the day, success is what you want. And if you know, you need to study how to get success. If you know that talking to this person in a certain way is going to get you what you want, why don't you just do it instead of doing it the way you want and then failing at it? You are just doing yourself at the end of the day. Do you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
also, I think that there's something very important that I think that a lot of black people specifically, but more specifically Nigerians, need to pay attention to that they don't. And this is something that I've thought about. It's something that I think, and it's not because it's easy to throw cliche words. What are the fundamentals? Communication. This, but I think that is a fundamental issue that we need to talk about, and that is intrinsic to who we are and our past life. It's basically therapy. We have been abused since we were kids, emotionally, from background. They, in fact, noise pollution itself causes the mind to be unstable. Somebody being in traffic from 8 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is crazy. The kind of hardship, the kind of upbringings that most people have gone through. People don't know that they're suffering from the effect of
Yeah.
abuse. Many people have had
Yeah.
sex abuse, many people have had emotional abuse, many people have gone through verbal abuse and emotional abuse and all of those things. And I think that those things, should I say, make people to be who they are not. And so sometimes people don't know that they're acting out of character. They're just acting or responding to actions or reacting based on the 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 walls and the build-up of this from what they've suffered in life. I think that Nigerians need therapy, need to heal. We need to know how life should be. We need to actually say, you know what, I've suffered from a whole lot in my past. People don't even know that the way they are is because their father abused them a certain way or said something to them at a certain time that made their personality or the way they think about themselves or the way they interpret love or the way they react to someone doing something switched. So
Yep.
many people need, and it's not like therapy, it's just emotional detoxing.
Detox.
And
Exactly.
yes, while they also do it with the word of God and growing in Christ, I think that people need to understand that it's okay to learn. I think that this would be, because I always say Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are sick. People don't know that they are not mentally balanced. And so when you see people react and act the way they do, it's not because of, oh, they're bad people. So I think that that's a
Yeah.
major thing that plays out in marriage. When you do something or say something, somebody reacts a certain way or interprets a certain way. It's not, it now causes fight. It's not because of, you have to know that it's because something may have happened. And then nobody
Yep.
knows, you know? So I think that
Yep.
that's a major thing. That's a fundamental thing that
Yep.
people should work on themselves before they even enter marriage or when they enter marriage. And like I said, accountability. Have somebody who believes a marriage should be together and going through. And I mean, this is exclusive of if you're in a marriage where your life is threatened. Dear,
Okay.
I'm not saying.
So, so sorry. Instagram is counting down for me. So we've done an hour. So I'm going to save this and come up so we can wrap up
You
in
cannot do
15
more
to
than an
20 minutes.
hour.
Apparently not.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm just rising again in this Instagram live. It's about to cut me off. I'll come
No,
back.
let's see. Let's see if it's cut you or don't cut it off by yourself.